Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Welcome back to my channel where I build apps on stream for your entertainment or pleasure, showing kind of day in the life of building software, talking through what I'm doing. Alex asks, what are we breaking today? Oh, we're breaking everything. Well, hopefully fixing something that was broken. We have a crash that looks like it sprang up recently based around async stuff, and we'll get to that. um, that's a fancy app. It's just Xcode. Hey, welcome, Bruce Leaf. Yeah, so I guess the one thing I wanted to talk about before getting started is I am using a new mic setup today. Gotten some comments about the voice quality having some issues, so we changed up a whole lot of stuff. So hopefully this is way better. I did some previews. It seems way better, but of course, please let me know. Whew. Yeah, so today we're going to look at a crash that we got. Looks like it's based around some async stuff. I do want to do next week's schedule, and then we'll go back to what we were working on yesterday, a web user guide for the app. Sounds really good, says Bruce Leaf. Oh, thank you. Hopefully, ASMR coding time. Yeah, my wife was suggesting I need a mic right next to the keyboard for the full ASMR clickety-clack experience. Maybe we'll add that as a subscription goal or something. Okay. Yeah, so let's put an arrow here and get a start on task. Get a start on task 1 here. So we have this activity floater button. And so when something spins, like when we do a refresh, it spins sort of a minimum amount of time is what the positive intention is. Because otherwise it'll just start and stop right away and you don't even know that a refresh happened. Or for example, locating yourself. I guess we're up in the Bronx today. So that's the positive intention there. And the way that I do that is I have this minimum elapsed time helper, minimum time elapsed helper that uses dispatch groups to sort of set a minimum time to do a callback. And it looks like this is now crashing. I mean, this is our top crash right now. So I don't know if something changed in iOS 15 and 16 and I just missed it, or I fixed a bunch of other crashes and now this one's the biggest one, but it's not crashing for me. It's not crashing on my phone. So sorry to all the users out there. And then let's go ahead and see where this is used. Yeah, so it's just the activity floating button, which has an activity indicator view. Oh, so that must be the, yeah, in UIKit, that's the activity view. It has the image, which I guess here is the little refresh icon or the arrow icon. Rendered in the middle, and then hides when stopped. And so we have this is active, and this is where the crash is happening. Or or so Xcode claims. So when it sets itself to active, it disables the button, like you can't tap the button anymore, tells the indicator to start animating, and then tells the minimum time elapsed helper, hey, we started something. Oh, and I guess it, yeah, it sets a background. Interesting. And this image is, I believe, just the round circle in the back. Yeah, so I have two dispatch queues that are trying to work on the main thread asynchronously. And then looks like I have a cross dissolve for the original image and the, yeah, for setting the floater background. So I wonder if I could use a actor, the new Swift, new in Swift 5.6 or so actors to help manage this. And I guess this will be my first time using an actor in kind of production code and not just exploration code. So we'll see how it goes. Since this button is the only place where this minimum time elapsed helper is used, we don't have to worry about breaking anything anywhere else. We could possibly even delete this thing. I guess I'm curious, who calls is active? Maybe we put a dot, space, and equals to help us find the usages of it. Oh my god, and of course is active is used all over the place in UIKit code for if a, a layout constraint is active. So that's, I guess there's not too many. Yeah, all of these are constraints. I guess here's the activity floater button. We have one for started and finished. And who calls these? Nobody? So if I just delete these and build, oh, interesting. So I guess I'm using a notification center here. Okay, I wonder if I can make this into, say, a Swift UI button and use publishers and all that jazz. Let's see, I guess I'm inheriting from a floater button. What is that? It's something with an extended tap area and a large content viewer interaction delegate. What was this? Oh, this is a UIKit thing? Performs an action when the large content viewer gesture ends at the location of the given item. What even is that? New in iOS 13. I don't think I'm using this, and I don't even know what that is. Is that like a long hold on it or something? Not really see anything happen when I do a long press. I guess I can Google for this. Something about dynamic type? An interaction that enables a gesture to present a large content viewer. When support, okay. I'm not sure if we need that here. I think this was something I tried to start a long time ago. Was because we used to have something that showed labels for each of these, and I think that was the intention there. And I guess that's something I never quite finished. If we go towards Swift UI, I guess it would be completely different anyway. Okay, so what else are we getting from floater button? Extended tap area button. And extends the tapped instance by 10. Yeah, even though these are 44 by 44, I wanted to add just a little bit of extended bounds to the outside of it by overriding hit test. So I guess floater button is actually not doing all that much for us. In the sense that, well, I guess if we did like a UI view wrapper for Swift UI, like if we added, yeah, maybe let's take a step back from trying to incorporate Swift UI here. I just want to fix the bug, right? Okay, so these functions are being used. We'll bring them back, and here we're doing a, yeah. This checks, I wonder if that's the crash where it's doing a check as it's like ending or something. Yeah, so maybe using actors will just fix this straight up. So let's see. Actor, active state actor. And I guess it can have an is active Boolean. That starts off as false. And I guess this is actually a variable. And what else? Yeah, here. So instead of all this, let's see, shift, and then it's not scrolling. Then we can hit Command/ to comment all that out. And then we can have this actor as a field here. an active state actor. And I guess this means we have to sort of wrap this all in a task, because this is going to be, I think, async to check it. Actor isolated property is active, cannot be referenced from the main actor. Perfect. Expression is async. Okay, so this is a little surprising. I'm able to access it here. Cannot be mutated from the main actor, but aren't I off the main actor now because I'm in a task? Maybe I need to use a function on here, like a mutating function. And then because it's a function, I can say await. It's not letting me sort of set it using await. Well, actually, what if I just put it in there? Yeah, can't really do that. Okay, so let's try it using a function. Well, I guess we just want to call start, really. Yeah, we just want to call start. We don't need to pass in a Boolean. We just want to say start. And then now we can await. So do I need to check, do I need to do this check out here? Or should this move sort of inside? I guess if we move it inside, there's less logic for callers of it. Yeah, I do like that. Active state dot finish. We can await that and wrap it in a task. So now we're managing the state, but we're not doing any transitions based on it, I guess. So I guess that's what's next, right? Yeah, so when it sets is active, yeah, I guess it starts mutating stuff on the button. I guess this needs like perhaps a weak reference to the button. Let's see, so here's the initializer. So I guess we can just add it at the end. Self.activeState. And that is a little weird. Cannot be mutated. Yeah. I wonder if we can initialize it with with a weak reference to self. Then can we pass in the oh, it takes no arguments. Okay, so we need to add an init here. And now let's try to build and get the next error. And it's getting warm in here. I need to crack the window. I will be right back. Okay. Yeah, so what error do we have here? Yeah, now we have like a dependency loop. Let's see, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to maintain a state for this button so that I can do some asynchronous stuff on its behalf. Yeah, so it makes sense that the button would own that state, and it kind of makes callbacks to the button as a delegate. Yeah, I guess just the actor isolation part is just a little difficult because yeah, it's sort of set asynchronously. So I guess we can have, instead of init with button, we can have it be a function. Func setup button. And we can say active state dot setup button is self. Yeah, so now we can wrap this in a task. And await. And build again. Let's see how we're doing. Couldn't load project. Why are we loading the project Xcode? Build succeeded though. Okay. Making a little bit of progress. Yeah, so then what happens? I guess we could make like a delegate protocol to clean this up a little bit. But I guess, yeah, because it's going to need, yeah, it's going to need sort of internal access to these items. So we can have a function transition to started. Yeah, we could probably rename these functions also. Yeah, I'm still not sure where this minimum helper would come in yet, but let's hold off on figuring that part out for now. Let's make the other function as well. And this has a cross dissolve. Yeah, I wonder if these could be getting called out of order if someone's like really mashing the refresh button. Like, I wonder if like we need to set enable to false like like right away or something. let's see, if I click it a bunch, I mean, not really getting any problems. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how this crash is happening, but I guess I'm hoping that by cleaning up the code that we're basically kind of rewriting it using this new async await style, that the crash will kind of go away on its own. So then instead of a UI button, this can be a activity floater button. Yeah, we are going to be kind of reaching in, but this is kind of just to sketch stuff out, and then we can break stuff up to be more proper. Like, we probably don't want to have this actor in here, move this to a separate file, for example. But for now, while we're exploring, I think it's fine. So I need to explicitly say async? I thought I got that kind of for free since I'm in an actor. So I'm going to see if this helps us get access to this button. Okay, I guess we can guard here. Yeah, something like that. And I guess the same thing for the other side. Yeah, transition to finished. And I guess an explicit async up here as well. I hope the drilling, they're doing some drilling upstairs. I hope that's not coming through the mic too much. Okay, so we have, yeah, transition to started, transition to finished. This is a cross resolve. Does the original one do a cross resolve? Doesn't seem to. It just seems to do a... Yeah, I wonder why it does that. Okay, so let's, I guess, try it out, see what happens. See what's missing. Like, we're not doing the minimum time thing, which is fine. Oh, it's just going. It's just spinning. Okay, so we definitely made a mistake in here somewhere. But I don't see where we might have missed that. Because if it's active, it disables it and then doesn't do anything. It only does this at the end. Okay, well, let's try it. I think we need some breakpoints here. Okay, so maybe it's a problem in the setup. Let's see, this could go inside of that. Let's go ahead and put it there. So I feel like something is calling start animating on this, and yeah, let's start it again from scratch. Something's calling transition to started, and it shouldn't be happening unless oh no, because the auto refresh is calling it. It's like, hey, we're already loading something. Oh man. Yeah, so it could start as active. I started off as false here. Hmm. Is there anything interesting in here? No, that's just normal simulator garbage. Is there anything at the top though? Not really. Okay. Let's see, so where is original image set? So it saves it here. It sets the image as the floater background for disabled. When it finishes, it sets the image to yeah, so I think we can do this and remove that from here and here. Oh, we haven't called stop animating. That's also interesting. let's take off the breakpoints. There we go. So now it's doing a refresh, but it's so fast that I'm not really sure if it's refreshing or not. And that's where this idea of the minimum time helper can help. And I think we can safely delete all this now. And this does seem like a lot just for a simple Boolean here. Let's see, so how could we do this? We could like dispatch after, but that goes back to using dispatch groups, and it's kind of nice to stay in this async world. Maybe there's a way we can async do something in a little bit instead of using dispatch queue, do something in a little bit. Let's go ahead and check the Googles for that. Async await Swift wait, I guess. You should not wait asynchronously for an async task. Well, yeah. So they're using a dispatch semaphore. But this is, yeah, this is unsafe. Oh, I can task that sleep. What is this operation thing? Oh, is this what's an NS operation wrapped in a task? Let's read more about this. Let's see, I don't see it in in the documentation, even though I typed it in exactly. I wonder why that is. This looks pretty similar to this. I wonder what the difference is. I don't want to block, I just want to do something at a later amount of time. Completely non-blocking. Perfect. Oh, he looks like he's trying to kind of build something like what I was doing. Hmm. Let's see, what could we do here? Guess we could like mark when it started and mark the current time and see if we need to delay any further. So is active would be like a timestamp in a Boolean, or really just a timestamp, because if it's nil, we can say that that's not active. Oops. Oh, I guess we can make a little computed variable for is active instead of comparing nil. That might be more readable, actually. Yeah, we'll need to do some computation here. Get the distance from now to when we want to turn it off. But then we need to keep track of that task that's waiting. This is getting a little funky, huh? It's like a request to stop the animation. If a request to stop the animation happens, and while it's waiting to trigger, another request to start or stop happens, that could get awkward. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, John Glass. Really appreciate it. I guess not only do I have to keep track of the timestamp, but also the current task of the thing that's telling it to wait to finish. I don't like that. That's getting pretty spicy. There's got to be a better way. Or we just kind of deal with it being possibly really short. Like, is it locating me or not? Well, I guess it, yeah, I guess if we keep track of more and more stuff, yeah, it'll give a possibly a nicer experience, but also it might crash more. And maybe that's something that I should hold off on. I guess, I'm getting an email from someone who's saying that the refresh is like crashing every single time, no matter what for them. And I'm not sure why. And having something that definitely works might be better than having something that's fancy. And like we can make it fancy again perhaps later. Yeah, because I guess on the inner pages we don't bother doing a minimum spin. I guess even on Wi-Fi, get a little bit of spin. You can see that something happened. It's not too jarring. Yeah, so I think I'm going to keep it at this stage and reevaluate. The main thing is to get the crash to stop crashing. We can get it to be a little bit fancier later. Okay, so if that's the case, let's commit and see what we can clean up about it. Simplify. What are we simplifying? Okay, so now let's do a little bit of cleanup. And I guess we can add that as a subtask here. We have something that I'm happy with for now, especially to get a crash fixed for users. But yeah, we can do a little bit of cleanup. So for starters, nobody is using this anymore. Let's just go ahead and delete it. Whew. Wouldn't be an Xcode stream without an Xcode crash. Oh, thank you so much for following, Medjdios. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so this is not being used. We can delete this. Need more Xcode streamers, says John Glass. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, Swift is my favorite language, and I use it on the server, on iOS, and for scripting as well. My publishing to the App Store script is also written in Swift. Okay, so are we building? So we do have this one red X here. This has been here for a while. I don't really believe it. Yeah, build succeeded. Let's see, we're just around 100 lines of code. It is a little bit abstract to read. Let's see. This could probably go towards the bottom. This can be private as well. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we'd move this out of here, but it is really tied to this thing. So I think keep it in here might be fine, especially like it's not that many lines of code. We're right at the 100 line mark. Oh, it's saying this must be private too. Sure thing, Xcode, no problem. And what else? Yeah, so we have this method called setup. Is there something better we can call this? Because we're not really setting up anything. We're just working around the initialization of these objects. Especially since an actor, we can't just say equals on it. We have to pass it in as a function. We could say set button or initialize with button or deliver button, perhaps. Like here it is. Here's your delivery of the button that you're going to be working with, dearest active state actor. Yeah, I guess deliver is good. That's a name for that kind of thing that I use elsewhere in the code base. So that'll keep it nice and in sync with the rest of the coding style. And then active state actor, there's something better we can call this as well. So what does this actor do? This actor keeps track if we have a activity active. This is an activity floater button. It's these buttons that keep track of an activity, like locating yourself or doing a refresh of the entire feed from the server. So I guess this might be an activity state, and I don't know if we need to call it an actor. Oh, which means we can probably rename this to activity state as well. I do like, oh, we don't have rename. And then there'll be one more error that Xcode will generously tell me about. Yes. Let's try to build. Build failed? Yeah, why is that? Oh yeah, and then this started and finished. I'd like to change the names of these also, because this is from the notification center. Maybe activity started, or notified that activity started, notified that activity finished, perhaps, or just notify started, perhaps. And notify started feels a little plain. Maybe notify activity started. And we can rename those methods down here. Yeah, so the flow is it's listening to a notification, notify activity started. When that happens, we tell our activity state, hey, we started. And then inside of there, that keeps track of when to tell this button itself to do these transitions on the main thread. Let's see. So I guess we have started, we have start, and maybe we need to make these names be more in line with themselves. See if we can clean up this as well. Yeah, so we set its fields, we listen to notifications, we add the subview, set up the constraints, and do, I guess, further setup, and finally we deliver ourselves to our activity state tracker. We transition to started, notify activity started. I think those names are fine. I mean, maybe another thing we could do is have the notification center talk directly to the actor. I'm not sure if that's going to work because it's an actor, so it needs to be wrapped in a task to interact with it. Maybe if we were using more SwiftUI, that'd be a little bit easier, but I think this is a good amount of cleanup. Cool, and hopefully that fixed the crash. There was a couple crashes related to that code. And now it's only 100 lines of code. We're using async await instead of dispatch queue and dispatch groups. So hopefully that works. I don't know if we need to keep this thing here. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll get on to the next task. I will be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We just finished hopefully fixing a crash that was happening on iOS 15. I say hopefully because it wasn't crashing on my device, but I did see the crash a bunch in Xcode, and in fact, a user wrote to me and was talking about the problem. So hopefully that fixes it. I'll put out a release hopefully tonight or first thing tomorrow. Get that in front of app review, and hopefully app review goes fast and this is all fixed for people soon. This is a much simpler implementation. We're using async and actors instead of using dispatch queue and semaphore, so hopefully it works. Yes, so before we get into the next task of the user guide of continuing what we were doing yesterday, I do like to get next week's schedule all up and going. Let's see, let's just transition over real quick. Oh, okay. So we have our art folder, and we can open it up in Nova. Yeah, so next week, let's see. It's going to be a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday kind of a week. So that's in the calendar. fullqueuedeveloper.com/iCal, I believe, is the link if you want to subscribe to that. Then if that's the case, didn't work. Let's try again. Copy. And the days of that week is calendar closed. It is the 24th through the 30th. Oh, and I forgot Thursday. So let's go ahead and render those. And for those of you who are seeing this for the first-ish time, I am using a little scripting helper called Swish. You can see this is all Swift code. I have a schedule type and an image config type, and it renders it renders all of them out to these PNGs. So I get a new starting soon, a new thanks for watching screen, and all that, all rendered nice and quick. But we do have one exciting twist this week is that we're going to have next week is going to be sponsored. So I do want to get the sponsors tag on all this stuff. And let's see. So the sponsor is One Leaf, and they gave me some artwork that I could use. Let's see, save image. So I was thinking I would like to put something like sponsored by One Leaf, and then they want a link. It's not a very typable link though. It's a Discord invite, so I'm not sure the best way to represent it. Maybe I could have like a command that say like sponsored by, and then that would give people the link. But let's go ahead and, well, let's commit what we did right there. Command T art schedule for next week. And then we want to open the templates in, I guess we can show in Finder and open it from there. Wait, what is this? This is Pixelmator Pro. No, not you. Open with Inkscape. For the first time? That's not true. I've opened Inkscape many times on this stream to do this exact task. Not sure what Xcode's on about there. Yeah, so we could say something like, this week is sponsored by One Leaf Discord. And then we can type in the link. Yeah, that's going to be kind of hard for people to type in, I'm thinking. So maybe we want this as like a QR code. You can get like a QR code generator. Oh, and I guess this is maybe a subtask of this as well. Like we did next week's schedule, add sponsor badges. Sure. It's taking forever to load. Let's try the second link. Oh, come on, push. Okay, let's get that link again. Let's get that link again. Copy. Paste. Not really a nice one. Oh, I see. It'll open this URL. Track number of scans. It's just an URL. Who cares? Oh, I can upload a logo. Okay, so let's try to. I think it's in the downloads folder. Add the One Leaf logo. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. And then you just keep it black and white. That's fine. We added a logo. Frame phrase. Let's keep it simple. I don't see a place to say what size to make it. So let's create an account. Oh, come on. Well, you know what? And then we can lock the height and width and is it one leaf with a 1 or one leaf? Oh, it's all one word lowercase. something like that. This should be 280. Okay, so let's go ahead and regenerate those and see how it's looking. I guess the QR code needs to be a little bit smaller. Hopefully it'll be big enough when it's the full screen when someone's watching on Twitch. Yeah, this needs to be a little bit smaller. So this is height of 195. Yeah, so let's, yeah, it's still locked height and width. Save it, and let's render those out again. And let's see what those are looking like. Sometimes you gotta close them to this week is sponsored by Winlet Discord. Join here. That looks pretty good. Cool. And then we can do the Instagram one. All these windows open, square template, open with Inkscape. And I guess I have room right here to put a little sponsor message. How do I get to the other window? Okay, well, let's just copy and paste it. Not you. Let's get the sponsor message. Maybe we'll add a few more lines here. See, so this is, well, this should be 550. 550 even. I bet that should be 600 even, yeah. This link is a little long. Maybe we could take the HTTPS out. And then let's lock the height and width and make this something like that. Maybe an exclamation point. Get excited. Now let's go back and render those out again. Oh, I misspelled it. And let's look at the Instagram one. Cool. And I guess I can just test that link real quick. Looks like that worked. Cool, so that is all done. And I guess we can go ahead and commit those, and I tend to post those over the weekend. Cool, so now we can go back to making this user guide. Yeah, so close this. Yeah, so we're back in the underway repo. And we can, oh, it's open already. Looking, oh, here's our local host. Yes, this is where we ended yesterday. We took a couple screenshots using this rocket. Wait, has this been recording this whole time? Oh my god. No, don't. Please don't. We took some screenshots using Rocket Sim. We even took a little bit of a video. Unfortunately, it didn't add the bezels. You can see that we need a little bit more spacing here for, I guess, wider screens. But on smaller screens, this is looking pretty good. This is the map screen. That screen is the main screen of the app. Oh wow, you can. Well, whatever. It looked like it was like highlighting the actual words inside the image. The train arrivals. Tap on the station. But this needs like some kind of marker that we're at a new paragraph. This is kind of all running together. Yeah, the intention here is, even though I think my app is very intuitive and all that jazz, I still think it would be good for a like a user guide on the web. Like we have like the little tutorial, but that just kind of says like this is so old as well. And it doesn't show every screen. It's just supposed to be a quick intro to the app. And on a website, we have more space to talk about every single screen and all that. Yeah, so on a little screen, like a little bit of text and an image seems to work well. We could do a little bit more of a separator. Once we get to these bigger screens, it's like this huge image with this little text is what it looks like. Maybe we could be inspired by someone else's user guide. Oh, this is an actual app. Yeah, this is not it's not quite getting what I was hoping to get there. Why does it say this is making noise? Because it's not. Okay, refreshing, it goes away. I guess if we had a little bit more space in between, that would help. So we have grid columns 2. I think we can add, I think it's grid space 2. Maybe it's called gutter. Let's look at the Tailwind documentation. Tailwind CSS grid. Yeah, it's going to be near here. Gap. Oh, it's just called gap. Okay. I guess let's try gap. Probably 4 is going to be too big, but let's go ahead and try it. Oh, that's actually not too far. That looks pretty good. And on the small screen, still looking okay. I guess we're not in Xcode anymore. Let's see. So perhaps we need a little bit of something to mark kind of a new section. So I'm going to say pop over, and I'm going to make this bold, I think. Class equals, I think it's just font bold. Yeah, this is now stream popover to see the train arrivals. There we go. Now I have a little bit of like the bold text acts the same as a bullet point in this style of UI. That adds a little bit more, what's it called? Demarcation here. Does it need a period? I don't think so. I guess this is a next bullet point. I guess we could say opening the popover and understanding the popover. Opening the popover, that's so abstract though. Who wants to open a popover? Nobody. People want to like see the train. So yeah, maybe popover is not the right idea. And I guess I picked a screenshot that doesn't show the alerts. So maybe I need a different screenshot. Yeah, I guess these paragraphs could get quite long. Yeah, maybe they do need like a line in between them. Because like, which which one does this belong to? I guess it belongs to the one after it because we just read this one. But yeah, there needs to be a little bit bigger of a gap. Let's try that. I think that's the syntax. Looks like it's not. Gap x 1. Gap x 4. Gap y 8. That should be correct. Oh, it's because we're on a screen size smaller than small. Here now there's more space. Yeah, so I guess on super small we need, I guess, each one needs kind of a margin, I guess. And how do I want to do that? Do I want to put that on the p tag? I guess I'm using this p tag elsewhere too. So I want to do like a little spacer div. Let's do 4. Yeah, the video doesn't always load. Yeah, I guess that could kind of work. Oh my god, but then it gets... Oh, because it's in the flow of... It's in the flow of the grid. The grid is... I guess we should close this. Yeah, this is participating in the grid because it's just here. Each thing in the grid is a thing. Okay. So I guess I do need to do something with the p tag. Only if it's and maybe I shouldn't be using reusing the p tag here. Let's open it up though and take a look at it. Let's see what I did there. Elements. But it has a margin top already. I guess it's not margin top enough though. Or perhaps because it's in a grid, the margin kind of goes away. Yeah, so let's make this a lowercase p. Let's put a class on it of, let's say, padding top of 2, and let's see if that looks any different. Yeah, I guess 2 is just not quite enough space. Let's let's try 8 to really see it, I guess. Let's see if we can use margin, I guess. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Monad Functor Lambda Dev. I really appreciate it. There we go. That's a good amount of space. You can see that it's kind of the next thing. As we scroll down, yeah, so let's go with this approach. So instead of reusing the p tag from elsewhere, I guess this is kind of a new style of page. You know, that's it's one of the problems with reusable components, is that they're not always exactly reusable, no matter how careful we are. Now let's go ahead and let's see. I guess this could be a title here. Let's add a span around it. /span. Let's go ahead and refresh and see what that. Ooh, E is not defined. Must be one that I missed. Oh yeah, here we go, right at the top. And it does need a little bit of space, but perhaps maybe not as much as 8. Yeah, let's look at it in the different sizes as well. And it's not aligning to the top though. Oh, okay. So I think what I want to do is only do that padding when we're not in the grid. So when we're in small size and bigger, we want to turn this off like that. And we said that this does need a little bit of space at the top, the first paragraph, but perhaps not as much as 8. Let's do 4. And yeah, let's try to turn it completely off again when it's in a grid. Map guide, this is the map screen. Here's a screenshot, quick look. See train arrivals, understanding. Yeah, we need a different screenshot that shows an alert. And I really wish this came with bezels. And I guess in I guess here I wish there was a little bit more space here too. So what I guess I can do is kind of just, I could just leave it on, or I could add it here. Oh, I meant inside the quote. Yeah, so let's get a new screenshot here. Let's see. The F diamond coming in 1 hour is perhaps maybe not something I want to put on the in the tutorial. I do want a station that does have a lot of trains, but I guess Union Square has quite a few of them. Yeah, maybe this station. This has a good mix of trains arriving soon. It shows the 6 diamond, which is not always there. It shows some direction labels. Then screenshot. Then we can drag that into our public folder. Where is my underway? Here it is. Images, guide. Yeah, so we want, this will be the name of it. So let's just replace this. Oops. Let's try that again. Paste. And enter. Oh, okay. Delete you. Paste, delete, delete, delete. And then drag it over here and replace. And we can reload the... There we go. Now, is this going to be like too small? Let's see, there's just so much to say. And I guess that'll work on the side-by-side view. Like we can talk about the alerts, we can talk about the direction labels, we can talk about what's that called? That last time the feed was refreshed. But if we do that, here on the small screen, it's gonna be a huge block of text. And then a screenshot. So that could be confusing too. I don't really have a good idea on how to work around that right now. It's almost like 2 separate versions of the page. And I'm not sure how to make that nice and responsive. I guess I could keep having the same screenshot a few times in a row. Let's see, but we did do some stuff so far. We can say we improved spacing on the guide. Yes, we could have, or we could have, you know, multiple screenshots that show different things. Well, not necessarily show different things, kind of show the same thing, but people will get to see a lot of them instead of it being the same popover over and over again. Yeah, maybe that's the approach. And there won't be too much. Then it'll work for both. What is those called? Both sizes. See, let's get. Yeah, maybe this one will be good. It's just gonna be map pop over 2. Oh yeah, because we also have the last stop guide too. Map pop over last stop. And we can drag these two into our public folder. Yeah, so then yeah, this sentence kind of goes up here. And this is more about service alerts on this screen. We can say tap on the alert symbol to see alerts for that route, that train's route perhaps. Be as explicit as possible. This is kind of a user guide. Cool, so how are we looking? Well, then we can make another paragraph with the last stop. What did we call it? We called it, yeah, map up over last stop. When the when this station is a train, when a train isn't going past the stop, I guess. Because sometimes it's unexpected. When a train isn't going further past this stop, its arrival time will be underlined with the route's color. Cool. That's a lot of good stuff. Oh, but no, these didn't have the device bezels. There we go. Cool, now let's try refreshing. How come this doesn't have device bezels? I click that thing. Like, does this like uncheck itself or something? There we go. That's looking much better. And yeah, so we got a little bit further on that. This is looking a lot better. It's a lot better spacing. And we're just about at time for the day. Let's commit what we have. Edit further screenshots to map guide. Cool, so we did get quite a bit done today. We rewrote some of the asynchronous code for the spinner. It doesn't have a minimum time anymore, and we hope this will reduce the crashes here that are happening on iOS 15 and 16. All of a sudden, this is our highest crash, so we want to get that fixed. We'd set up next week's schedule. And thank you to, we have a sponsor for next week. We added their badge to our artwork for next week. And finally, we did a little bit more on the user guide. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. I will be out Monday, but we'll be back Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. You missed an episode, you can check it out on YouTube, fullqueuedeveloper.com/YouTube. We'll forward you there. If you want to see my open source projects, Those are at fullqueuedeveloper.com/GitHub. We'll forward you there. You can also sponsor me there if you'd like to support my work. For stream updates, fullqueuedeveloper.com/Twitter. We'll forward you there. And of course, please stay in touch on my Discord, fullqueuedeveloper.com/Discord. It's so much fun sharing my creative process with you. Thank you so much for sticking around, commenting, and all that stuff. And I will see you. I'll see you Tuesday.